Experiment number 1, to show that roots absorb water. For this experiment, we have to take a test tube containing water, mark the level of water in that test tube and put 2 to 3 drops of oil in it. This is to prevent surface evaporation and to ensure that if there is change in the level of water after the experiment, that is due to absorption, not by evaporation. After this, insert one small plant with root in this test tube. For control setup, again we have to take a test tube, fill it with water, put 2 to 3 drops of oil into it. But this test tube should be without plant. Now leave both the test tube for few days, and then after 2 to 3 days, what we are going to observe, that is there will be fall in the level of water in test experimental setup, that is test tube B. Now why this water level fall in the test tube B? This is due to absorption of water by the roots of the plant. As root plant is there in this test tube, it keeps on absorbing water from the test tube, and due to which the level of water falls. As in test tube A, that is control setup, there is no plant, so there is no absorption of water, so the water level remain same. Now the next is experiment 2, to show that water is conducted upward through the xylem. Now for this experiment, we have to take a medium sized young balsam plant, uproot it, wash it properly to remove soil particle from its root, and then placed it in a beaker containing eosin solution. That is, in a beaker we have to take water and put 2 to 3 drops of eosin stain, which is pink in color. So place the balsam plant in a beaker containing eosin solution. After 3 to 4 hours, take out plant and cut transverse section from its root, stem and leaf and observe it under microscope. The xylem cell present in roots, leaves and stem will turn pink. Why? Because these cells only help in conduction of water in plant. As plant is placed in colored solution, so as they are conducting colored water, they turn pink. This proves that xylem help in conduction of water. There is one column, you have studied this in lower classes also. Vascular bundles in the stem, that is xylem and phloem, together they are present in stems, in veins. Wherever plant require water, these vascular bundles are present. Vascular bundle is a collective term used for xylem and phloem. Xylem is always present on the inner side and phloem on the outer side. Xylem help in ascent of sap, that is upward movement of water along with minerals, and phloem it helps in translocation of food in downward direction, that is downward movement. Now the next experiment is conduction of water through xylem. Now again one experiment to prove that xylem help in conduction of water. For this experiment, take 2 leafy shoots again of balsam plant and cut them under water to prevent any air bubble getting in. Now keep the lower end of these 2 leafy shoots in beaker containing water. So we have to set 2 setup for this experiment. Now from setup A, girdle the portion, that is we have to remove phloem tissue from shoot placed in experimental setup A. As phloem is present on the outer side, so from a selected area from that leafy shoot, remove phloem tissue. And from setup B, we have to remove xylem tissue. Xylem is present on the inner side. Just see here, from setup A, phloem tissue is removed, and from setup B, xylem is removed. Now keep both the setup for 2 to 3 days. After 2 to 3 days, what we are going to observe that in setup A, the leaves are intact, but in setup B, leaves droop down. Now why? In setup A, xylem is present. The tissue which we have removed, that is phloem. But as xylem is present, shoot keeps on conducting water towards the leaf, so the cells of the leaves are turgid, so that's why they are intact. But in leafy shoot B, as we have removed xylem tissue, so there is no conduction of water towards the leaf. The water already present in the cells of the leaf is lost by transpiration. So the cells turn flaccid, and that's why the leaf wilt. This shows that xylem tissue only help in conduction of water. Now the fourth experiment is related to phloem tissue. Experiment number 4, to show that food from leaves is conducted downward through the phloem in the stem. For this experiment, again we have to take a potted plant, then girdle it, that is remove phloem tissue from a selected area. Now, after some days, what we are going to observe that cell sap start oozing out from this cut margin of the stem, and after some days, the second observation is that the thickness of the stem above this girdled portion increases, and the stem below this girdled area stop growing, become thin, and may even die. Why? Because phloem tissue translocate food. It helps in conduction of food in downward direction. When it reaches the stem above the girdle area, as there is no continuous phloem tissue there, all the food it start depositing there only, which increases the thickness of stem just above the girdled area. But the lower stem is not getting food, so it become thin, and ultimately it may even die. So this proof that phloem tissue help in translocation of food, and that is also in downward direction. So this is all about experiment. Now only few definitions are there. Forces contributing to ascent of sap. There are 4 main forces which contribute to the movement of water in plants. First is root pressure. This pressure is created by the turgor pressure of the root cell, and this pressure builds up sufficient force to push the sap in xylem vessels up to certain height. Means in herbs and in shrubs, this pressure, root pressure, is enough to move water to each and every part. Now the second is capillarity. We know that xylem vessels, they have narrow diameter. So with slight absorption of water from the soil, that water reaches to the maximum height in xylem vessels. So the force which is created by this narrow diameter of xylem vessel, it is called as capillary force. Next, transpiration pull, and it is very important for the movement of water in tall trees. All plants, they transpire and they lose water by this process. Whatever the amount of water they are expelling out by transpiration, same water they are absorbing from the soil, and this create a suction force. When plant transpire water, it create a suction force in the cells of the plant, and with that suction force they are absorbing more and more water from the soil. Now next is adhesion. Adhesion is a force which is due to sticking of water molecule to the surface of cells or xylem. Now when they move by sticking themselves to the xylem vessels or another parts of the plant, they keep on moving in the same way to the maximum height, and that is called as adhesion. After this, there is one small topic, downward movement of sap. It is very simple that food which is prepared in the leaves, that is translocated or transferred from leaves to different parts of the plant for their storage by phloem tissue, and phloem always move food to the downward direction towards the force of gravity. So with this, we have finished with this chapter. Revise all the topics thoroughly and try to solve back exercises. Thank you.